now for the Period Chill New News Report on this Thursday afternoon, September 10th, 2015. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. I have new news at 9 here at 12 noon on this Thursday afternoon here. And our top story at 12 noon on this Thursday afternoon here is Donald Trump defends himself in his Look Get It place, which is a slam on Carly Farina in New York. Former tennis professional James Blake said Thursday that he wants an apology after a case of mistaken identity led police to handcuff him and take him to the ground. There is no shortage of surprises in the new Quinnipiac University poll of Iowa voters, as the last time Quinnipiac polled in Iowa was in late June when Bernie Sanders' surge was still young. The trials of 6 police officers charged in the death of Freddie Gray will be held in Baltimore. Judge ruled on Thursday. Circuit Judge Barry Williams dealt a blow to the lawyers for the officers who had argued that high-profile protests. Moscow. Vladimir Putin's alleged murky moves try to shore up serious embattled government military appears to be Russia's trying to gain leverage and mid-isolation from the West, according to analysts. It is hard not to notice all the men among the asylum seekers walking along the abandoned tracks at Hungary's southern border. The latest issue of the Islamic State's English language magazine contains a conspicuous number of offensive provocations. Flooding surrounding the Japanese River has led to evacuation around 100,000 people as raging waters are wreaking havoc throughout the region. Islamic State claimed that it is holding a ransom Chinese nationals as well as the region has underscored the gradual emergence of Beijing's long-running struggle with domestic terrorism as an international problem. In Phoenix, authorities in Arizona are investigating 2 new possible shooters on Phoenix area freeways. Lansing, Michigan, a Michigan legislature committee voted to expel 2 lawmakers who have been embroiled in a sex and cover-up scandal. New York, the U.S. Department of Justice number 2 official was to lay out the rationale on Thursday beyond the revised policy for prosecutors to focus on wrongdoing by corporate executives after criticism they had failed to do so. Attorneys for Michael Sager, a former police officer in Charleston, South Carolina, who had been charged with killing an unarmed black man, said the defendant posed no flight risk. Lululemon shares were plummeted on Thursday evening after yoga retailer reported solid second quarter earnings. Washington, fewer Americans have applied for unemployment benefits last week. Keeping its key indicator labor market health near historic lows. Bank of England vote 8-1 to keep rates steady, but capital back to rise. Overseas risk greater, but little impact to UK yet. Sterling briefly hits 2-week high-end lows. Kerrigan's partnered with Campbell's for soup and a K-cup, but will that save the company? From a vantage point about 915 miles above the surface of Ceres, a dwarf planet in the main asteroid belt, NASA's Dawn spacecraft captured some of the best views yet in an all-crater that has mysterious bright white spots on its floor. David Colbert says Elon Musk wants to bring the feature to you, but the first late show host and electric car pioneer had to get over an awkward encounter in the present. Astronomers say that they have glimpsed the most distant galaxy ever spotted. Some of the conventional theories about the early universe say should not have been possible. In 1813, shipwreck sailors survived for nearly a month during an Alaska winter with nearly no supplies. Now, archaeologists say they know how they did it. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration finalized rules requiring human and animal food companies to identify possible food safety problems and outline steps to prevent or minimize them. The saying an apple a day keeps the doctor away has been used for more than 100 years by the research that found that apples in particular can help muscle wasting at bay in older people. Know now why then, when chronic overeating leads to metabolic problems and type 2 diabetes, could allow scientists to break the link between obesity and diabetes, an important challenge because more than a third of the American adults are obese. London, scientists should be allowed to genetically modify human embryos because such experiments are essential to deepen understanding of basic biology, an international group of science and ethics experts said on Thursday. And now look at the stock market report here at 12:04. The Dow, 77.83 points up to close at 16,331.40. The S&P 500 up 9.67 points to close at 1951.71, and Nasdaq 4,794.11 at 37.58 points up. DAX 10,210.44 down 92.68 points. FTSE 6155.81 down 73.20 points. CAC 4045 96.53 down 68.06 points. Asian markets: Nikkei 82.99.62 down 470.89 points. Shanghai 3196.22 down 46.87 points. HSI 21,562.50 down 568.81 points. Oil markets 45.48 up $1.33. Brent 48.53 up 95 cents. And natural gas 2.719 up 6.8. That's another point. Gold markets 1,110 up 8. Silver 14.66 up 84,000 a point. And copper 2.4545 up 18,000 a point. Bonds US 10 unit 2.2238% up 43,000 a point. German 10 unit 0.657% up 2,000 a point. And Japanese 10 unit 0.359% up 3,000 a point. FX bonds, European US dollar 1.1263 up 59,000 a point. US dollar Japanese yen 120.72 up 22 cents. And Great Britain pound US dollar 1.5456 up 93,000 a point. Okay, look at that commodities here. Wheat 478.5 up 6 1/4. Soybean 874 1/4 up 2. Corn 372 1/4 up 3 1/4. Sugar 11.32 down 11 cents. Coffee 160.60 down $4.50. Cotton 63.28 up 36 cents. Rice 12.735 up 27 cents. And cocoa 3,268 down 2. Live cattle 142.85 down 125,000 a point. Lean 68.85 down 75,000 a point. And FD cattle 197.875 down 70 cents. Now look at that New England instant alerts here at 12:06. In Benham, Maine on River Road and Neck Road, 2-vehicle motor accident with PI. In Sandwich, Massachusetts, firefighters at Greenville Drive with a lightning strike. Company's investigating command requested wiring inspector, second house struck in Cedric Lane. And police say a 34-year-old man was shot and killed Sunday night in Hartford's 25th homicide. It has the most homicides in New England. Peter Channel News Times, now 12:07. Time out for a sports report here. The New England Patriots will open up the 2015 regular season in defense of the defended Super Bowl title against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Game time 8:30 p.m. at Gillette Stadium. Should be a thrilling game. The Buffalo Bills have assigned defensive tackle Marcel Durst to a 6-year extension given about a deal worth $108 million over 7 seasons, a source told ESPN. New York prosecutors say professional basketball player Double Stefosha has got a plea deal that would have wiped away criminal charges stemming from a confrontation outside a Manhattan nightclub. Earlier this week, Jenny Clowney has been reminded that his right knee had been injured last year during his NFL debut. He forgot that date, but he did not need an anniversary in order to reflect on his long and difficult path since then. Serena Williams has done its hard winning Grand Slams since 2015 and 12 other times in Melbourne, Paris, and London before ultimately prevailing. Technically, there are 4 competitors winning on the women's side of the 2015 U.S. Open as Thursday's semifinals approach. Peter Channel News Times, now 12:08. Time now for a travel report on this Thursday afternoon here. Alright, look at the state of Rhode Island here. As Route 4 to the southbound side, a little slow in the North Kingstown here. 95 to the southbound side, it is slow from Cranston all the way out to Route 37 in the airport connector down in Warwick here. 95 south also slow around the downtown province with Route 146 to the 610 connector here. Route 195 on the east westbound side, it is slow from Route 195 25 around to Marion here. And all the way out to Bedford, 195 on the eastbound side, it is slow from Fairhaven to Marion. That's because due to the wet weather that took place a couple of minutes ago out in the southeastern corner of Massachusetts here. Route 6 to the westbound side is slow from Route 137 in Bristol all the way at the Dennis here. Borden Bridge on the southbound side, it is slow. Route 6 on the westbound side of both ends, it's slow before 25 and 20 in Buzzards Bay here. Southeast Expressway on the southbound side, slow from the Mass Pike all the way out to Quincy here. Mass Pike on the westbound side, it is slow from the Southeast Expressway all the way at the Yalston Brighton tolls here. Route 120 and then southbound side, slow around Route 3 here. 120 and then southbound side is slow from Highland Street and Needham all the way out to Route 109 in Westwood here. Mass Pike interchange with Route 120, a little slow in Weston here. 299 on the westbound side, so from Route 190 to Route 9. Alright, 95 stop. I'm getting an accident in Attleboro before exit 2 in South Attleboro, so expect some delays there. 495 on the southbound side, so from Haverhill to Route 213 in Lawrence there. 495 on the northbound side, so around the past Dow stretch, up in New Hampshire. 95 on the southbound side, so around Route 101 in Northampton. Every trip back on the southbound side, it is show from Manchester all the way up to Route 293 in Manchester, New Hampshire here, and up on the main turnpike here. It is a little slow around that great interchange here after that. Oh, right. Let's take a look at MBTA alerts at 12:10. On the ferries, all Hingham and Hull ferry trips will be rerouted for about 14 days due to scheduled Long Island Bridge construction adding 3 to 8 minutes of travel. On the subway, still on SL4 expansion minor delays due to traffic here. On the Commuter Rail, it's looking good. Pier Channel News Time, 12:11 here at Sam and Apple. Weather report here. Our current conditions here at Not Massachusetts at 12:11 p.m. Overcast skies, 75 degrees. Humidity 88%. Wind speed Dolphins about 5 miles an hour. Barometer 20 about 88 inches. Dew point a sticky 71 degrees and a visibility of 10 miles an hour here. Alright, look at that. Current conditions around the region here. 75 in Boston, 72 in Beverly, 70 in Gloucester, 74 in Lawrence and Beverly, and in Fitchburg, 70 in Worcester, 75 in Sturbridge, 73 in Milford, 76 in Norwood, 75 in Taunton, 73 in Bedford, it's 72 in Plymouth and Provincetown, 73 in Falmouth, 75 in Chatham, 75 in Martha's Vineyard, 73 in Nantucket, it's 73 in Smithfield, 75 in Providence, 77 in Block Island, 77 in Wesley, 75 in Block Island here, 77 in Montauk, 73 in Islip, 74 in New York City, 75 in Bridgeport and New Haven, it is 72 in Danbury and Waterbury, it's 74 in Meriden, 76 in Hartford, 73 in Winslow, 76 in Springfield, 70 out in Greenfield, 73 in Athol, 72 in North Adams, 71 in Pittsfield, 71 in Albany, and Sturdivant Springs, New York. It's 71 in Bennington, Vermont, 68 in Brentwood, Vermont, 67 in Bradford, Vermont. It is 71 in Lebanon, New Hampshire, 72 in Keene, Hampshire, 70 in Jaffa, New Hampshire, 70 in Laconia and Concord, Hampshire, 73 in Manchester, New Hampshire, 72 degrees out in Nashville, New Hampshire, 74 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and 71 degrees out in Putnam, Maine here. Alright, looking at the station map. Surface map around the country shows a station front from southeastern Alberta, then from central Montana, merged with a cold front from Montana, then for Wyoming, then for South Dakota, down for 7 minutes, and up in the northern Wisconsin, and up in Ontario. And another station front from southern New Mexico, down for Texas, northern Louisiana, down for Mississippi, and down for eastern Tennessee, merged with a cold front from North Carolina, stretching up the Delmarva Peninsula, and up the Atlantic seaboard, and up in Nova Scotia here. And a 4 from western Kansas, and down for western Oklahoma, and down for western Texas here. And another 4 from south central Washington State down for 7 Iowa with a low pressure right here. And another 4 with a low pressure from east central Nevada down for southeastern portions of California here. And a 4 from western Oregon down for northwestern portions of California here. And what else? We got low pressure systems around north central Wyoming and UP in Michigan and Delaware here. While we have some high pressure ranges in southern Saskatchewan. And a high pressure ridge in the Intermountain region here. Another high pressure ridge from New York State and up bit of southern Ontario and down from Quebec here. And another high pressure ridge around Florida here. While seeing another high pressure center around southern Missouri here. 71 degrees at temperature right now in Detroit. 67 in Pittsburgh. 77 in Washington, D.C. 74 in Atlanta, Georgia. 87 in Miami, Florida. It's 83 in Brownsville, Texas, 79 in Dallas, Texas, 79 in Kansas City, 72 in Omaha, Nebraska, 64 in Chicago, 60 in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 48 in Great Falls, Montana, 58 in Seattle, and San Francisco, 77 in Los Angeles, 83 in Las Vegas, 62 in Salt Lake City, 61 in Denver, 68 in Albuquerque, Mexico, and 85 degrees out in Phoenix, Arizona here. Alright, looking at our latest radar situation here, and where's my radar? Here we go. And it shows. Let's focus on this here as this is a line of very, very heavy rain showers and thunderstorms from 195 from Bedford, stretching up to Wareham and around Buzzards Bay and stretching all the way down through Dartmouth and stretching it down for western Martha's Vineyard, and also some heavy rain showers around in Plymouth, Duxbury area, and then off the South Shore. And this is a line of rain showers from South Shore all the way up to southeastern Massachusetts and down for southern portions of the Cape Mountains around Falmouth, Mashpee, around Yarmouth, and around East Dam, Wellfleet, and up to Provincetown here, and stretching at the Cape Downs there. And we're seeing another line of heavy bands of showers around Attleboro and near Norton around Rainamere. And some heavy bands of rain showers around Cohasset there. And we're seeing some spotty rain showers from Boston and stretching up in Woburn, Reading, Burlington, and all the way up to Georgetown, Buckford, Denver's, Peabody, and up in Ipswich around Gloucester here. And to the west of us, some periodic light bands of rain showers around Springfield and around west of Worcester and stretching down I-84 from Sturbridge, down for Hartford, and stretching from 91 from Springfield all the way down through New Haven here. And some patchy bands of rain showers around the west central portions of Connecticut here from Wilton all the way up into west of Springfield around Blandford around Northampton here. And we're seeing some spotty rain showers around Crescent and Warwick, a line of rain showers around Woonsocket, and a line of rain showers around Portsmouth and off the Newport Bridge here. And turning on the storm tracking, storm's going to be headed towards the southwest, so Cuddy, you're in the gun for showers and storms here. And this band of showers is headed up towards the northeast, towards Cape Ann here. And to the southwest of us here, this is very heavy bands of showers and thunderstorms off the Long Sound and stretching Nan for Long Island around Smithtown, Brentwood, Islip, Lindenhurst around Hicksville here. So expect very heavy bands of rain if in that area of Long Island, New York Sound here in New York State. So I'm expecting all going to go to the northeast. So the Connecticut Sound from Norwalk, Bridgeport, New Haven, you're under the gun here. And this is another band of heavy showers that's headed towards Brookhaven. So you're under the gun also. And this is from headed towards the Hampton. So you're all under the gun here. And this is land of heavy showers and thunderstorms along Beach headed towards the JFK Airport in New York City. So expect heavy showers and thunderstorms around Long Island here in the next hour or two here as we'll zoom you out. And also we're seeing some spotty rain showers coming to much of Vermont. Spotty rain showers in the north central and the northern portions of New Hampshire and the northwestern Maine. And a lot of rain showers from the mid-Maine coast all the way up to the eastern Maine and around south-central portions of New Brunswick here. And this is a line of rain showers from southern New York State, stretching down for Pennsylvania, down for western Virginia, down for eastern Kentucky, and down for Tennessee. And a line of rain showers off the Carolina coast and Georgia coast, and patchy rain showers around Florida here. And a lot of heavy showers and thunderstorms from the southeastern Texas coast and around southern Louisiana here. And a lot of rain showers from northern Illinois, down for southern Wisconsin, and down for northeastern portions of Iowa. And some spotty rain showers in the north-central Michigan and up in the northeast central portions of Ontario here. Patchy rain showers in the west central portions of Ontario, and a lot of rain showers in south central portions of North Dakota, but the northeastern portions of South Dakota, and a lot of rain showers from South Dakota and up the northeastern portions of Wyoming here, and a lot of rain showers in west central portions of Kansas, and patchy rain showers around Arizona, a lot of rain showers in southern Arizona, and up for southeastern California, and up for northwestern portions of Baja California, Mexico here. Okay, look at the radar. Take a look at the satellite loop here, and it shows a lot of clouds covering a bunch of New England and stretching down to New York State, covering a bunch of Pennsylvania, and down for West Virginia, and down for eastern Kentucky and Tennessee, and down for Alabama, and down for southern Mississippi, and a line of clouds covering a bunch of Florida around the Gulf States, around southeastern portions of Texas here, and a lot of clouds covering a bunch of southern California, down for Arizona, and down to Mexico, and covering a bunch of Mexico here, and a lot of clouds covering a bunch of northern Nebraska to cover a bunch of Dakotas, northeast of Wyoming, and up in the eastern portions of Montana here. Patchy clouds for British Columbia, down for Alberta, and down for southwestern portions of Saskatchewan here. A lot of clouds for northeastern portions of Manitoba, and over Ontario, and over to Quebec here. And a lot of clouds from Illinois, covered a bunch of Wisconsin, and the northern portions of Michigan here. Okay, look at what is going on in the tropics here. Alright, this is Tropical Storm Henry here. Center location 32.6 to the north, 60.8 to the west here. Max sustained winds, 40 miles per hour. Movement, nothing but 9 miles per hour. It's gonna brush the southeastern Newfoundland coast on Saturday as a tropical storm is going to head out towards the sea here. And a tropical wave is expected to move off the west coast of Africa later. Later today, some slow development of this wave is possible during the next 2 days while it moves westward across the tropic Atlantic about 15 miles an hour here. Information chance for 4 hours. Low near 0%. Information chance for 5 days. Low 20% here. And over the Eastern Pacific here. A broader low pressure located a few hundred miles southwest of the coast of Guatemala, producing a large area of disorganized showers and thunderstorms, and environmental conditions are expected to be somewhat conductive for gradual development into this low wall. It moves generally west-northwest around 10 miles an hour. Formation chance in 4 hours. Low 10%. Formation chance in 5 days. Medium about 40% here. And Tropical Melinda, zero location 26.0 to the north, 118.6 to the west. And max sustained winds 40 miles an hour. Movement northwest wind 7 miles an hour here. The latest public advisory on Linda. Weakening Linda expected to become a post-tropical later today here. And at 8 p.m. Pacific time, center of tropical storm Linda was located near latitude 26.0 in the north, longitude 118.6 to the west. And Linda is moving towards the northwest near 7 miles an hour. And this motion is expected to continue today as a turn toward the west-northwest and a decrease in forward speed is expected now here. Max sustained winds have decreased to near 40 miles an hour with higher gust additional weakness forecast, and Linda is expected to become a remnant low later today. Tropical storm force winds extend outwards up to 70 miles an hour from the center. Minimum central pressure is 1,002 millibars at 29.59 inches here. Surface swells joined by Linda affected the Pacific coast of the Baja California Peninsula and Southern California. And those swells are likely to continue for another day or two and could cause life-threatening surface whip current conditions here. Please consult products from your local web office here. And now the latest on Henry here. Latest public advisory here. Henry moving faster than north here. There are no custom watches borders effect here. At 11 a.m. Atlantic time, the center of tropical storm Henry was located near latitude 32.6 to the north, longitude 16.8 to the west, and Henry is moving toward the north near 9 miles an hour. This general motion is expected to continue with an increase in forward speed tonight. A faster northeastward motion is predicted on Friday. On the forecast track, the center of Henry will pass well east of Bermuda later today. Max sustained winds on near 40 miles an hour with higher gusts. Some strength in winds is forecast during the next 48 hours here. Tropical force winds exit outwards to 125 miles from the center. The estimated minimum central pressure is 1,008 millibars at 29.77 inches here. And the latest forecast discussion here is a weak cold front will stall along the southern New England coastline this afternoon. A wave of low pressure will travel along the front late afternoon tonight, bringing widespread showers and some thunderstorms along with a locally heavy rainfall. Below departs on Friday, weak high pressure brings dry to mild conditions for Saturday. And an anomalous weather system moves east with more rain moving late this weekend before exiting Monday. High pressure looks to be returned with dry conditions and above normal temperatures in the middle of next week. Near term until 6 p.m. this evening, moist air remains in place over the southern New England with deep moisture in place. Precipitable water valleys of 1.8 to 2.1 inches extend from Cape Cod to Long Island Sound. Valleys dimension 1.5 near the New Hampshire border here. Favorable stability parameters and deep moisture are in place. Low pressure over the mid-Atlantic states is directly southerly. Low level winds up the coast and over the stalled front. This means low level converges along the stalled front of the surface and its reflections up to 5,000 feet. All of this will work favorably to generate additional showers of scattered thunderstorms during the afternoon. This deep moisture around 2 SCD develop above normal. All of this means potential for locally heavy root downpours with urban poor drainage flooding a concern that we will monitor here. With the coastal areas working over the during the morning, the focus for convection may shift forward northwest for the afternoon and evening movement and the existing convection upstream near New York City would also suggest this. No change in the temperature forecast here. And we are under a flash flood watch for southeastern Massachusetts and Cape Cod and southern Rhode Island until midnight. Okay, flash flood watch in effect for this evening. The National Weather Service and Taunton has issued a flash flood watch for Bristol, Plymouth, Boswell counties in Massachusetts, as well as Washington, Kent, Newport, and Bristol counties in Rhode Island. Metro Providence is also included here. Midnight thunderstorms and very heavy showers continue to move across southeastern portions of southern New England here. In a quarter of very high moisture content, those will be a focus for continuing heavy rain today. The heavy rain may lead to a localized flash flood, particularly in urbanized areas here. Precautionary perverse actions like flash flood watch means that conditions may develop that lead to a flash flood, and flash flood is a very dangerous situation. You should monitor later forecasts and be prepared to take action should flash flood warnings be issued. And as we weather out day Wednesday tonight, there will be a low risk for localized urban and poor drainage flooding across portions of the region this afternoon and tonight. Showers and isolated thunderstorms with locally heavy rainfall will develop across western areas during this afternoon and then push east tonight. The average rainfall expected across north central and western Massachusetts and northern Connecticut. There, day 2 for 7, Friday for Wednesday, there will be a low chance of localized urban and poor drainage flooding as more showers and isolated thunderstorms move across. Sunday and Monday, the average rain will be fall across the Connecticut Valley to the east slopes of the Berkshires, mainly Sunday afternoon and early Monday morning. Here. Alright, let's take a look at the 7-day forecast. It goes like this. For today, showers and possibly a thunderstorm. Some of the storms produce heavy rain, patch rock after 1 p.m. high near 79 degrees, and northwest of about 5 miles coming in the afternoon here. Chance of precipitation is 8%. New rainfall amounts between a quarter and half an inch possible. Tonight, showers and possibly a thunderstorm, mainly before 4 a.m. Then a chance of showers and thunderstorms after 4 a.m. Some of the storms produce heavy rain, patch rock, low around 62 degrees, and northwest of about 3 to 6 miles an hour. Chance of precipitation is 9%. New rainfall amounts between half and 3/4 inch possible. Friday, chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly before 9 a.m. Patch rock after 2 before 2 p.m. Otherwise, clouds sky will high around 71 degrees and north about 8 miles. The chance precipitation is 30%. New precipitation amount between 10 1/4 inch chance of high amounts possible thunderstorms here. Friday night, patch rock after 1 a.m. Otherwise, most clouds sky low at 56 degrees and a lot of variable wind. Saturday, patch rock before 9 a.m. Otherwise, most sun skies about 79 degrees and calm wind becoming southwest around 6 miles in the afternoon near. Saturday night, chance of showers mainly after midnight. Patch rock after 2 a.m. Otherwise, most clouds sky low at 60 degrees and chance of precipitation is 30%. Sunday, chance of showers, patch rock before 9 a.m. was cloudy skies about safe for about 62 degrees and chance of precipitation 50%. Drilling and then 30% by Sunday night here. Monday, parts of the podcast sky about 75 or about 56 degrees. Tuesday, Sunday, most skies about 79 or about 56 degrees. And for Wednesday, sun skies about 80 degrees. Here's weather phrase of the day. A wet Thursday in store. Peers, you have a good evening with a good positive attitude and a good afternoon here. Have a good afternoon.